Hi, my YouTube family. This is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. I thank you so much for being here today. Today, we're going to have a wonderful time together. Hi, this is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. Welcome to Home Garden and Fashion. Today, I'm going to do a story, and this story, the title is You Are What You Eat. So in this story, there's this very rich businessman and his wife, and they love to travel, and they did have lots of money to do it, so they would travel all over the place. While they were traveling, they're going by sea, and at one point their ship had an accident, and then everybody from the ship fell off in the water, the sea water, so shipwrecked. And then whoever can swim, they swim as much as they could, but most of them didn't survive. Only the businessman who survived. Even his wife didn't survive, because it was a big, huge sea, and no one could actually swim that much against the sea. But only reason the businessman survived because there was another boat which was just floating, and the businessman kind of held on to it and then later got on top of it. And then he was discovered by fishermen a day later. So by the time he was discovered, he was very ill because of starvation and sickness and water. So anyway, the fisherman picked him up and took him to his home. And then once the businessman got better, after few days of really, the fisherman took care of him. When the businessman came to his senses, he felt a little better, and then he wanted the fisherman to take him to his city. But the fisherman didn't have any money or anything to take him to his city, so he said he couldn't do that. Then the businessman told him that he has lots of money in the bank. So the fisherman went and borrowed some more money from people, and then tried to take the businessman to his hometown. After he reached the businessman's hometown, then finally businessman got in touch with his friends and got inside his home, and he was very happy to show fisherman all the luxury things he had and a big house, and the fisherman was very happy too. So the businessman told the fisherman could live as long as he wished there, and he really didn't have to go back to his poor life by the sea. So the fisherman stayed there for about a month, and during this 1 month period, the fisherman started eating what the businessman ate, mostly the city food, like burgers and pizzas and outside meals. And within a month, the fisherman really got ill, and he didn't feel good either. For the first time in his life, he felt very sick and very sad, and he didn't know the reason for his sadness. So then he asked the businessman that please take me back to my home because I really don't think I like it here and it makes me very sad. So to this, the businessman was a little bit upset knowing that he tried everything to give it to the fisherman and give him a better life for saving his life. But the fisherman really got ill and did not like it in the city. So the businessman took him back to the fisherman's village. And once he got to the fisherman's village, he stayed a couple of days and then he came back to his original place. And after a month staying in his village, the fisherman felt much better. And then he realized that the reason for his sickness was his food. He changed his food from his very simple, good food to a very different kind of junk food, more like outside food, so he got very sick. In the meantime, the businessman was doing okay, but slowly his health was deteriorating and he felt really bad and he didn't know where to go to, whom to turn to. He went to many doctors and everybody did every kind of different kind of therapy and gave him a lot of medications. None of these actually helped him. So he was kind of sad and depressed and he didn't know what to do. So between this time there was like an year gone by and the businessman wasn't doing so good in his business because his health was really coming in the way. So over few times of coming and going, he developed a good relationship with the fisherman. So he decided to go to the fisherman and see if he feels better. So he went to the fisherman and he stayed there 1 month. In this 1 month time, he kind of got to know the fisherman and the village and the lifestyle. And this lifestyle was so much different from his lifestyle. The fisherman's place, the lifestyle was very simple. Fisherman got up early in the morning around 4 a.m. and then he finishes morning chores and then he ate some very simple food like some rice and some vegetables or something, and then he went to catch fish and then he caught lots and lots of fish and then he sold them to the market and then he came back home and then he ate some more rice and vegetable and whatever. If he had any 1 or 2 fish left over, he would just broil them and eat them and then just went to sleep by the dark because he did not have any electricity. So he went to sleep around 7 or 8 as soon as it was dark, and he was up as soon as it was morning. And the first thing, whenever the roosters called, that was his alarm clock. He got up and started going about his business. And the businessman started thinking about his life in the city. His life in the city was up in the morning around 7, 8, and then he had his coffee, and then he had his breakfast, then he went to work, and then he worked all day, and then in the midday he went to eat something from the restaurant, and then in the evening he came home and ate pretty late. He went to bed pretty late, 11, 12, 1, whenever he was finished. So there was literally no fixed time for eating or sleeping. Also the food was very bad and the stress was so much. So all this thing kind of piled up, and which made the businessman health very bad. After staying in the village with the fisherman for 2 months, he felt much better, and he came back to the city. And within a month, the whole thing started again. He started feeling bad again, and he couldn't understand what was going on. So he went to his many doctors again, and they had the same thing, the same medications, different diagnoses. So the businessman really got fed up, and he went back to the fisherman. And the fisherman was doing really well, and by this time fisherman got married, had a wife. So when the businessman was so shocked to see the fisherman have such lovely loving wife, and they were like so happy together, even with literally with no money and very little things that they had. They slept on the floor, they ate the bare minimum, but they still had very sweet loving relationship. So businessman then asked the fisherman that what is the secret of your such good health and happy life. Then the fisherman said to him that you are what you eat, so if you eat healthy, you're going to be very healthy. And also, you are what you think too. You need to be happy. And if you are happy within yourself with whatever you have, doesn't matter what it is, whatever you have, then your health will be good too. So the moral for this story is happiness and the good health, they go hand in hand. If you are happy with whatever you have, then your health will be really good. But if you are not happy, always complaining, even if you have everything but still complaining, then your health will be bad too. So being happy with what we have and eating simple things, living simple life actually makes us healthy, wealthy and happy. Wealth is not just money, wealth is health too. So if you are healthy, you're wealthy. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share the video, and I will see you with many more. Thank you. Good night. Sweet dreams. Love you all. Bye bye. Hi, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share this video. Thank you. May God bless you all.